I have to give them a warning. I'm going to call, are we ready? Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. This is a special meeting of the Sonoma County Library Commission, and it is 6:31. Are there any announcements? Seeing none, I will invite any members of the public who wish to address the commission regarding items not on the agenda that they should come forward at this time and request recognition.
Hello, my name is Dwayne DeWitt. I'm from Roseland, and I wanted to thank you again because I found out about this meeting today at the Roseland Library. Open on Monday. It was wonderful. Little sign up there, and I saw, oh, they'll be talking about some things that are important because of changes in personnel. Sometimes changes in mission occur, and others. When I was in service, they called it mission creep, that what you once thought you had can change. So I want to make sure that doesn't occur with the Roseland Library. I want to make sure and get a really nice Roseland Library. Last week, the city of Santa Rosa was holding their budget hearings, and the group of people that's seeking funding to get the library final building built were there to talk about seeking funding. And this is a good thing. And I had contacted Ms. Kuta and other people about how a number of Roseland residents were now known as elders. We hadn't realized we'd gotten to that level, but some of the folks I grew up with are pointing out that because some of our friends in the tribes are officially elders, we all get to be elders. They were like, okay, we're all Roseland elders, we're working on this, and we still want a freestanding, separate library, not shared with the Boys and Girls Club. There's a number of reasons for that. I won't use up your time tonight about it. I've written something up for Ms. Kuta, and we're basically going to be seeking out funding from folks that have, I guess you'd call it, a vicarious relationship with Roseland. They're wealthy folks in the North County, but their employees live in Roseland. And these Roseland employees, many of their children are using the library. There's positive aspects there. So we believe we could do a pretty good fundraising campaign by reaching out to these North County employers to seek that separate freestanding building. We're also looking to try to do that with the Central Boys and Girls Club of Sonoma County to help them get their separate building also. So last but not least, Thursday night at the Sonoma County Community Development Commission meeting, they'll be discussing the Brownfields grant that was given by the US EPA for $392,000 to look at sites in Roseland that are brownfields and revitalizing them. Libraries and Boys and Girls Clubs can help to revitalize those kinds of sites and get funding from outside the area because of a distressed, underserved community such as Roseland. So we're not giving up, even though we might not be seeing you as much as others. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Commissioner Garcia.
Mr. DeWitt, I will be there tomorrow afternoon as we ask Santa Rosa City Council for $1 million. We have written a grant to the Finley Foundation. We are going to the members of the Board of Supervisors. There, of course, is Pat Kuta and her group, as well as Susan Moore. We'll all be raising money. That won't stop.
Great, and I'm hoping each of you is asking for a separate $1 million. So that's like 3 or 4.
Right, we are. Okay.
Any other members of the public wishing to speak on matters not on the agenda, please step forward.
Well, that's the thing. I think it is on the agenda, so I should just wait till the next item.
You're welcome to speak.
At the close.
The closed session is just for the commission.
Right, but before that, I
This
think
is-
there should be on that item, there should be a public appearance time for that item, for each item.
Please go ahead and say what you wish to say now. It's the time to say it.
I respectfully disagree, and I'll wait until that item, if that's okay. If that's appropriate and agreed.
Well, there is.
This is an item. It's not a non-agenda item. It's an agenda item.
Why don't you
So
go
I
ahead?
can't speak now. I can't speak now on that item.
I'm inviting you to speak now.
So okay. So we'll go to that item. Thank you. Forgive me. I sent a letter. I hope all of you received it. Thank you very much. And forgive me. I was praying in that letter, hoping in that letter that you would not accept Director Lear's resignation. And I still hope that. And I hope that there was reconsideration of each and every issue that there might be, each and every point that there might be, and an opportunity to reopen a dialogue. And I hope that has occurred. I don't know that has occurred. I didn't receive any information that there was going to be this meeting except from a friend who got an email about this meeting and then told me. Actually, he didn't get an email. He was here and saw the posting, is what he said. Someone else told me about an email of another meeting. He saw the posting here, like Dwayne down at Roseland. I was at the main library. I did not see any posting. Just like the previous meeting, there was no posting at the main library. Again, I just would ask, I don't know that it's possible that everyone's mind is made up. That's not supposed to happen. Your minds are not supposed to be made up until after public comment. So I just remind you of that. Forgive me. And there's still time, even at this moment, to change your minds, to think further on the very same issue. And it's not a personal thing, really. It has to do with, as Dwayne is saying, there has been a commitment and a development. People voted for the measure, and we want to see those things come about. And it's going to be very difficult to seek another director. That time will be lost. The direction is lost. And please do forgive me that these are probably things you've thought about, very likely. But please do take this time. There will be a time. That's what this time is for, is to consider it and not to have your minds made up already. So please forgive me. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments from the commission?
Helena, excuse me, can we get the speaker's name?
I believe your name is Thomas. It's not required, however, for us to get his name, but it's Thomas. All right, so at this time, we will be going into closed session pursuant to California Government Code Section 54957B1. Public employee appointment acceptance of the resignation letter from Director Lear in consideration of appointment of an interim director for the Sonoma County Library. We are scheduled according to the agenda not to return before 7:30, so I can't guarantee that we might be done sooner, but we are committed by this agenda to not start again until 7:30. So, okay. Okay, I want to get started again. I don't know if everybody's ready. Okay. All right. So we are reconvening from our closed session, and we're opening at 7:45 pursuant to California Government Code Section 54957.1. In the report on closed sessions, we discussed at length the job that we have ahead of us, that our primary purpose is to appoint an acting director while we search for an interim director, which could take 3 to 6 weeks for us to make a decision on that. And so the commission determined that Tracy Gray, who is a branch manager at Central, will be the choice for acting director while we search for the interim. And we have details to work out on this as far as the salary and things like that. And we need to check a few things, legal issues that we might need to address as part of the whole process. So we'll have to announce on June 5th, I think, is our next scheduled meeting, to what's been proposed and approve it at that point. So any change in salary could be done retroactively. So this appointment would be effective this coming Saturday, which is May 20th. So thanks to everybody who offered to take on this difficult task. We appreciate that and the dedicated staff that the library has. So, and we also talked about the interim director search process, and we'll have a process to share with the public as well as a job description for the interim director at our next meeting. And we have formed a small committee of commissioners to be on that search committee. And that's Linda Garcia, Paul Heavenridge, Randall Neff, and myself. So that is the end of the report on closed session. So the date and time of our next meeting is Monday, June 5th at 6:30 p.m. here in the Santa Rosa City Council chambers. And I declare us adjourned. It is 7:48. So thank you, everybody, for the time you took to come here. I appreciate it.